Okay, so I'm just going to tell you about a few in-person meetings if anybody's interested. Um, so just the ones that are coming up in the next few months. So I've got September 19th in Muswell Hill, just for an afternoon, that is. And then I'm going to be in Folsom, California, which is 25th to 27th of September and 2nd to the 4th of October. Then I've got a a Belgium meeting, which is October 30th to November 1st, and I've got one in November in Amsterdam again, which is in the 20th to the 22nd. So I'm just going to give you those. There are more on the website, but those are the next few months, and you can have a look. There's actually a Brighton meeting as well, which is 4th to the 6th of December as well. So it's a bit ahead, but that's how we do it. So okay, I'm just going to say a few words as usual, and then it's just open to whatever wants to come out there, questions, expression, whatever you like. So this is completion. This is already complete. There's nothing that needs to be done. This is already it. It's already this. This is it. This is what's longed for. This is what me longs for, but it's constantly longing for something that it can never know. It can never know what this is. This cannot be known. So that apparent contraction, me, it's just constantly in a whirl trying to find something that can't be found. That's just what is. That's just what is. That in itself is complete. This is already, this doesn't require anything. It doesn't require, there's no need here. It doesn't require anything. There can be complete rapture going on here. There can be complete dislike of something going on here. And whatever is going on is what's apparently happening. It's still not knowable. It's still, there's obviously preferences. This body will go towards what it likes and away from what it doesn't like, but that's just what is. Nobody does anything. There isn't anyone. There isn't anything called a me, called me in there. There's no ghost in the machine. All there is just this. There's just what is. That's completely beautiful just by itself. Just that is just totally beautiful. It's so simple. And that's why it's constantly overlooked. That seeking to try to find whatever, to try to find love, to try to find whatever it is that seeking is what obscures this. Just the seeking. So all that can be said, really and truly, at the end of the day, is just this is the end of seeking. What is just the end. What is this? What is just what's left when there is no seeking anymore. That's what's longed for. And of course, seeking is also what is. So we can talk about that, around that, all crazy different ways. And there will be no answers. Nothing will be answered here because, of course, there isn't an answer. How could this need an answer? How could there be an answer to this is already what is? There's no, this is not a message. This is not going anywhere. So there can't be a questioning and an answering, really. I mean, apparently, me may ask a question, but of course, there can't be any answer to it naturally.
So, David, hello.
Hi,
So, are you
food
suggesting
drag.
that the
Yeah,
problem is in
yeah.
seeking or seeker itself?
Well, I mean, they're one and the same thing. Seeking is the apparent seeker. Of course, it is only in appearance, but it. You know, there is no real seeker there that's doing things, but that's what it seems. It seems that that's the case. So, I mean, you know, when you say you know, a problem, it's only a problem for me. Me is only me's problem, if you like. There's no problems. There's just this.
Yeah, like I said in the previous meeting, like when there are some easy tasks like going for groceries or stuff like that around the garden and everything seems easy, but when there needs to be some like planning, fast responding emails, calls, organization planning, it seems that the character is really,
I
into
mean,
it and needs to be there like
I mean, I don't
100%.
these there can be no obviously there can be no one that writes emails that can do planning that does it. There isn't anyone doing any of that, so there doesn't need to be anyone doing any of that. But me can apparently be um, there can be a sort of quietening of me at certain points and a kind of more lively me at other times as well. That can apparently happen. It's all still a story. It's all a story. When there isn't anyone, there isn't anyone doing any of that. There's just nobody. There's just emails apparently happening, or you know, whatever, all of those things that you mentioned, they just seem to go on. But just there isn't anybody that's. It's just. I mean, there isn't anybody anyway. But it's just there's just not a checking up on that. There's no analysis that's going on. Kind of going, is there me? Isn't there me? Am I getting somewhere? Am I not getting? All of this kind of stuff. That stuff that goes on. That's doesn't.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey David, can you hear me okay?
Hi, Katie. Hi.
Hey, good to see you.
You too, you too.
Can you say more about the commercial break metaphor that you've used before, the me being like that?
Well, it's just a way of describing something, but basically, me likes to have stories told to it. So all there is what is. There's just this immediacy. That's all that can be expressed here. It's just immediacy. But that's not enough. So me then wants to be told a story about something, and that's what I would call a commercial break. You know, it kind of wants a story about how something got to somewhere and what can I do about it and what can I buy at a discount, of course, in order to get where I want to go. This kind of thing, you know, is you know, it can be a course, it can be whatever, but it is a commercial break. Teachings, all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of separate from, like, there might just be a natural enjoyment for storytelling and listening to
Yeah.
stories.
It
Yeah.
can be. Yeah. Absolutely.
For
Yeah.
like entertainment or
Yeah.
something.
Absolutely. It can be very, you know, pleasurable kind of thing. Yeah. No problem. You know, whatever that can go on.
Okay.
There's just no, there's just, you know, there's no, of course, it's just recognized that all that is a story. It's not real.
Gotcha. There's a lot of joy here in this meeting and yeah, this sharing. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you. No, lovely, lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, same. Thank you.
Hi, David.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi.
It's so transparent. Everything is so transparent. And me always is trying to hide it in a way. This whole seeking, this looking for something else is hiding everything in a way.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's amazing because it's so crisp, crisp here. Everything. It's like,
yeah. Mm.
yes,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this is just what is. Nothing, nothing needed. So, so soft in a way.
yeah.
Just this. There's no, you know, there's no drive to get somewhere, you know.
Yeah, and there is no need to make anything up.
Yeah, 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 absolutely, yeah.
And that thingy tries so many times to artificially create something, but it it has to collapse because it's just not
It's
natural
inevitable.
there.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's me is constant. You know, you know, you can say that me is just in. It is inevitable that there is always a constant breaking down of the continuum of me.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's me's constantly attempting to try to prevent that from going on, but nevertheless, it absolutely fails in that, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's just not able to keep that continuous. No,
Huh.
it is impotent, as you could say. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony used to use that term. Yeah, I think it's right. It's yeah, it's not. It can't. It can't. It's just what it is.
Hmm. And in a way, it's not even, I said it now. In 3 days, I probably utter some complete different bullshit. So, it's like not even worth talking about. It's like so not much. It's like not, yeah, that's, anyways, yeah,
Well,
that's how it
it
feels.
me wants to be talked about. It really
Right.
it really gives it some value and meaning and purpose, and it really makes it very important. And it's really utterly irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the worst in a way. For me, that's the worst thing, is to be irrelevant. Everybody goes, is focusing on, well, they're not everybody, but there's a lot of sort of end of the world things, all that kind of stuff. Different conspiracies. Of course, there is only one conspiracy, which is me.
Yeah.
But there's lots of that going on. Lots of that sort of thing going on, and it's like the end of the world will be, nuclear bombs everywhere, or there'll be an asteroid strike, or there'll be an alien attack. It's all very dramatic, and that's
Yes.
very interesting to hear that drama going on, because the worst thing would be simply that nothing happens, that nothing happens at all, that actually humanity, kind of just apparently goes on for another few billion years, and then just dies out. It's just whatever, and it's completely irrelevant. It's just completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter at all, and just life apparently carries on. So this is a kind of interesting other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perspective. Yeah. And also interesting, that's for me interesting. So, for example, this expression, the energetic quality, is also like, so it's like, it's like immediately there also in this expression.
Yeah.
I was in a meeting of Andreas previously,
Mm-hmm.
and it's total different energetic expression.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And that is also kind of wow, because in a way, when there is no seeking going on, then everyone in a way can also be like fully themselves in a way. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
there,
It's a
there's no
different.
manipulation going on.
Yeah. And it's just, all that there is just a different sort of energetic expression of that, and
Yes.
it's just, it of course would be naturally a different body, a different instrument.
Yeah. And also, like for example, I don't need to make you in something else. That's also, I like that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
it's,
free.
yes, totally, because the speaker's irrelevant, absolutely irrelevant. It doesn't. This is not important at all. What's going on here, and the expression that apparently comes out, what's being said is not important. It is not, something special at all. It's just actually, it's just, a dog barking, or a cow mooing, or whatever it is. It's just exactly the same thing, and nobody thinks anything of that. It's just that, oh yeah, we'll just forget it. But that's essentially the energy that's going on. Yeah. So it's
What is essentially the energy that is going on?
well, just that it is in something that is not important. This is just not important.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's just what is. It's just expression out of nothing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's the only disclaimer again and again, that there is no teaching, no teacher, no message, no messenger, nothing. It's like
No.
equal. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even equal because there aren't any separate parts. There's just this.
Yeah. All right. Great. It's so much pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too. You too. Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, David.
Hi, Jackie.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I missed the first 20 minutes there. Phone call, so
You didn't miss
this might have
anything.
been asked. No, but you might have talked about it already, and that doesn't matter. But yeah, I think what I'm finding fascinating at the moment, and it's just the fascination, is the notion of what is it? I keep saying to myself, life's taking care of itself. Okay, that's my latest mantra.
Okay.
But just that notion that, well, not a notion, language, with the being disagree, LOL, says Laura.
Oh,
Hi, Laura, what did you want to say?
no, it's all right. I think it's just on the chat thing. Carry on. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just that I think the piece about there being the self, the illusion of the me being utterly irrelevant.
Hmm.
And it doesn't, it kind of doesn't matter what this, thinks, says, anything. It's not, like that life functions perfectly well without without the
Yeah.
me, without any
Yeah.
sense of me.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just finding that, fascinating, and well, just fascinating. It's just sort of something
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's amazing
Yeah.
for me that's just unbelievable. How could things just go on without me? That's just how how does that work? But
Yeah.
that's all that there is actually. There's never been anyone, and nobody's ever done anything. So I mean, that's the funny thing. But it's it's I mean. Well, I mean, it's again, talking like that. It's a bit like, there is a body of knowledge that's coming out of, that this knows something and is saying that this is how it is. But actually, what's going on is that really what's being expressed is that there's no possible knowing. There's nothing that can be known. This is absolutely unknowable, and so what you were saying, me just simply the nature of me simply can't be known. It is absolutely unknowable.
The nature of me.
Well, the me that apparent going on is just something that's absolutely unknowable. Nobody ever knows anything. So, you know, this suggesting that there is that me is irrelevant is also not only saying that, but is also saying that there is nothing that is relevant as well. It's not saying that me is irrelevant and then this is relevant. No, it's
Right,
saying that there is nothing relevant.
Yeah. 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 I think, you know, that, yeah, the kind of, yeah. I mean, not looking to understand it, but just, I don't know. It's kind of comforting, I suppose. Anything that involves life getting on by itself, you know, without us fucking it up, you know, like I just, yeah.
Well, there is a relief. This in a set that this is a relief. There's nothing that is needed. This is already complete. That's exactly what is, you know, is you're talking about, you know, in a way that mantra that is just simply just is just simply saying that there's life's there is just this.
Yeah.
There's just completion.
Yeah.
So there isn't even life doesn't even need to look after itself, because that would be two, you know.
Yeah.
Life and itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not literally, but yeah, it's just that. Like you know,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of, you know, the burden of this is my life, my body. I've got to achieve.
Yeah.
I've got to look good. You know, whatever.
Absolutely.
It's like, no, this is just happening, and the rest is just this loop. You know, there's no more significance to it than this loop in my brain or wherever it is. You know, it's an illusion, and it's smoke. It's a cloud in the sky. You know, it's not this solid kind of real thing that it's my life, and I look after it. You know, I don't. Yeah, it's already, like you say, it's already doing what it does, and and just what's the time? Or maybe I'll come back with my next question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thanks, Jack.
Oh.
Hi, Jackie.
How about that? How about now?
Yeah, great.
That's one of my favourite movies. What's it called? It's with that Gleason fella. It's called About Time.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I'm not sure.
Like she's asking him to have another baby. You know, she wants another child.
Oh,
if they have another child, he can no longer go back in time. You know, he's a time traveler.
Okay.
So he said like, no. So like 2 minutes later, she's like, how about now? And it goes on like that. So I love that. Anyway, so yeah, actually, what I want to say to you is about time. As it happens.
Good segue. Yeah, great.
Yeah, wasn't it? Completely unplanned. Yeah. So, and apologies to a certain person here that's heard this before, but so I I'll say I had an experience because it was an experience, but I was watching a musical, and for what it's worth, there was no time.
Mm,
There was just no time.
mm,
It was just what was happening.
yeah,
There was no next. There was no before and after. There was
right,
there was no continuity.
right.
Yeah, I was ever so pleased with myself because I thought, I've got a sense now of what you mean when
Well,
you say
you
there's
were
no.
very pleased with yourself. I presume that was afterwards that you know, me taps itself on the back and goes, you know, well done for
Yeah,
disappearing, for a
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I did disappear even. It was, and that's why I say it was an experience, but it was just, yeah. It wasn't even that good a musical. It was a kind of high school thing, but
Well,
yeah,
that's just
it just gave me a sense
yeah,
of that there is no what's next.
yeah. There is no what's next. Yeah, there is that me is time. So yeah, there isn't it, and this is what I mean is that there can be these apparent glimpses or whatever that go on, and there's just nobody in them. There's just suddenly there isn't time. That's exactly the same. Just it's timeless. This is timeless.
Can you put any more words on what timeless looks like?
There's no time. I mean, is that any? I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, there's not much you can say about that, really. It's. I wouldn't know what to say. There's not really anything much that can be said. Timeless is just timeless. Timelessness. The all there is this, and this is just timelessness appearing.
In the sense of, I'll help you out a bit here. So in the sense of, I'm joking. So in the sense of like that, there's no sense of
There's no sense of
anticipation.
anything. That's it. I mean, there's no sense of anything. There's just directness. This is just direct, immediate. There's no time for me, no space for me. There's just this. It's immediate. Bit of a conversation killer, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's all like what the response here is a bit like, well, that's kind of scary. Like it wasn't at the time, like this when I was watching this music.
Well, quite. Me has all these fantasies about what it could be or might be when there isn't anyone. All of these fantasies, and most of them are absolutely horrific. Because me is trying to be in control. That quality of contraction is all control. It's all
Yeah,
it's all a big it's a drama.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's what's this current inquiry or even like experience or whatever it is going on here is all of that. That's all of a piece. That like there's no time. Life takes care of itself. It's all a not being in control.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of feel of it. There's no
Yeah.
and I find myself and not knowing and unpredictable and all that
Yeah.
and I kind of find myself not trying to know things. It's not as a practice now.
Okay.
It's just I just like to, yeah. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But like there's a loosening, if you like, of
Sure.
needing
Yeah.
to know what's
Yeah.
happening or what's
Yeah.
going to happen next.
Yeah.
Just a a quietening down of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
into
yeah.
a kind of like, that's just what's happening. And I know, you know, wherever that's coming from, you know, that's what's happening. And, you know, whether it's me doing it or ego or whatever, doesn't really matter. It's just, it's really, I'm
Well,
enjoying it,
there's an
but it's fascinating.
exhaustion going on there. There's an exhaustion of you know, that whole energy around seeking and trying to find and trying to understand and trying this and trying that. It's absolutely exhausting.
Yeah. 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 I think, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like, don't bother, you know, don't bother. Just, yeah, just, I don't know if there's anyone,
I mean, there's
I don't know.
nobody to not bother, but
Yeah, sure. But it's,
there is an apparently not bothering seems to go on. Yeah, there's a sort of, you know, it's this is a breath out. This is just an out breath.
yeah. So that's amazing you use that phrase. I just went back to counselling for the first time today. So, you know, my brother's dying and I'm gutted. And she
Sorry to
happens to
hear
be a breath worker, and she was saying, you know, really use your out breath,
Well, no, that
you know,
is not
to
what
let
is being
go.
expressed here. This is not a
No, but it's just coincidence that you
yeah.
should use that phrase.
Okay. Yes.
That's all.
Yes. No, that's fine. Got it.
It's fun. I'm always scared to. Well, I'm scared to sound pretentious, and you know, like, oh yeah, I had this and I did that, and you know, there's always that
Well,
fear.
yeah, well, there's
Yeah, you know,
something there trying to, you know, the me kind of one of the Hydra kind of, you know, looking over here, kind of going, oh, should you be saying that? She's like an editorial kind of thing. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the freedom in a way not to let not to suppress this.
Hmm.
Like the whole innocence piece, you know, that whole piece I find, yeah, freeing.
Well, there's no, this is just totally open. There's nothing here that means that anything should be said anyway or not.
Mm.
So, yeah, no problem.
No problemo. Okay, thanks, David.
Thank you. Thank you.
David, hello. It's Hassan.
Hi, Sam. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. When you were doing the introduction, this beautiful line came to my head. That man, stop giving away the act. You know, like let me perform.
This stopped giving away the
act.
The act. Yeah.
Like all you're doing is giving away the act of the me.
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, there is an actor. Yeah. There's an actor. Me is the actor. Yeah.
It's that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Like pretending that there is a problem.
Yeah. It's all, that sort of, life is a stage kind of thing. It is all of that. All of that is exactly the sort of the sense that me goes on in a sort of acting role and kind of feels that it needs to continue to keep that appearance up, and so that can become very wearing, of course. So yeah, this is the end of the act.
Yeah, the drama, literally the tension in the body kind of, it feels like the drama.
Yeah.
Or it creates the drama.
Yeah. It needs to be dramatic because drama is a sort of infusion of energy. It's all about, that's very, its specialness, its importance, its focus of energy, if you like. Yeah.
It's really beautiful in a way. I mean, it's madness that nothing is happening, and yet, I'm going around, in a way playing Hamlet,
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Playing the victim, and that, what about me?
Yeah. It's interesting because I think there is actors that play the different parts. It's a very interesting thing how they actually play those parts, that becoming somebody else. This kind of thing that goes on. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm going through that right now. I said yes to a play after like 6 years. I couldn't do it for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. It's hard to explain, but there is a freedom to actually playing an actual role instead of there's a lightness.
Yeah, totally.
As opposed to playing a song which is super
exactly. Yeah,
it's such a burden to play
a
song.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very interesting that. Yeah. Changing the skin,
Yeah, it's so liberating.
Yeah. And of course, both as real as each other. Neither are real.
What do you mean?
Well, Hassam is not real as that role, and Hamlet is also not real. Just a story.
Yeah. God, my body started to shake right now. It stopped being fun. It seems like I don't have anything else to say right now.
No, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Jackie.
Yeah, no, just what Hassan was saying there about, started shaking or whatever.
Yeah.
you can disavow me of this notion. Like I'm sort of somewhere telling myself that I'm gradually getting less afraid of my own absence.
Well,
yeah. So yeah, go on, slam dunk me. Go on.
Well, no, I mean it's just that the me it is not that this isn't further away or closer to. There's just this. So there's always just this. It's always just immediacy. There's nowhere to go. You know, so you can't get closer to or further away from this. That would be a progression, right?
Yeah.
Along a path called getting somewhere, or the slow degradation of me into oblivion path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that I hear that, you know, from speakers. I think that I hear some kind of validation of that. Like on the one hand, you know, when the me goes, you know, it's timeless, it's sudden, or whatever you want to call it, and yet it does feel like there's a lessening. You know, like you know, saying before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like there's less contraction. Like there's a lot of freedom here. There's, you know, I don't know, whatever. It does feel like a progression.
Well, it would, because that's it, because me's in time, and then it's sort of, in a way, evaluating things that you know, along a timeline. So, you know, and that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's just what's going on. But you know, there can be an apparent lessening of that contraction, sure, but nobody's doing any of that. That's just what seems to be going on, and of course that can turn on a sixpence, you know, and can become very, you know, something. It can be, there can be, you know, there's no rules.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not saying that it's a progression that will eventually lead to. It's just, you know, within itself, if you like, it just, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter any which way. It's just,
there's just less tension going on. No,
you know, that's kind of all that matters. You know, there's whatever. There's things I hear at these meetings that seem to have an influence on this character that seem to have led to me being a lot more relaxed and a lot happier. That's all. It's just, you know, It's and you know, like, I know, you know, you can have never heard this message and the self can go. I mean, that happened to me. I'd never heard of this message, but you know, I had a glimpse and then had to find out afterwards. So it's not like this message has that influence necessarily.
Yeah, but I mean, just the whole idea that this is kind of like, you know, that there is an association with what's being expressed here and happiness, that this is in a way trying that having listened to this has made you happier, that sort of idea. This is really just me's description of what seems to be happening, of a progression, and so the nature of what is here is just actually pointing out that there is no possibility of progress. This is timelessness.
Okay. So whizzing the cucumbers. Can you hear that background?
Not too much. No,
really
it's all right.
Not too bad. Okay, loud here. So and so there's no time, there's no story, no continuity. So there wouldn't be any sense without the me. There wouldn't be any sense of even that this character is now happier than it was 2 years ago, whatever.
Well, happiness is not this is not associated. This is nothing to do with happiness. This is not about making you happier. Sorry. This has got nothing to do with you. This has literally got nothing to do with you. So it you know, and that can be interpreted in lots of different ways, but this has got nothing to do with anyone. This has got nothing to do with there's nobody here. So this has got nothing to do with any individual and the happiness of that individual or not. All this is actually expressing is just, I mean, just directly what is being expressed here is just simply all there is immediacy. And me will turn that into whatever it likes, very often does.
Okay, thanks, David.
Thank you, thank you.
David,
Hi, Sam.
another
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
Hi.
Is being in love also an act? Would you say?
No, all there is in loveness. There is no there is no body to be in love.
Mm.
Being in love is a sort of thing that me, you know, will goes on with me.
Mm. You mean? I mean, what I meant is being in love with someone. You know?
Yeah,
Like
well,
with a
that's
partner.
yeah. There can be that magnetic pull, that magnetic draw, and that's completely, just complete rapture in and of itself. That's just what it is.
What does rapture mean?
Well, like just a total overcomingness, if you like, or a complete overwhelming sort of feeling in a way. Yeah, that can be just what is. It's that is love, and so is and love is also the end of that. The moving away as well is also love.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And of course one is greatly desired more than the other. Of course, naturally there's that attraction. That attraction is just attraction, and repulsion is repulsion, but that attraction and repulsion are both love. There is not one that is love and the other is just, don't want that. Me very often. Yeah.
Yeah, you were, I think, saying the same thing. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, all I was going to say is me that very often, suggests that this bit is love and everything else I don't bloody want. So forget it. Yeah. All there is love, And that sort of that explosive energy is also love, that's also love. Yeah, sure. It's those apparent peak experiences or peak sort of explosive energy that me really long that there's a sort of that's where there can be a momentary absence. And so that is then put onto a high level thing for me. It's kind of like that's where it's at. It's that person that I am in love with, and it's also the time where I almost got hit by a bus, and it's also the time where I was hanging off the edge of a cliff by my finger or whatever, and so these sort of things, or deep in a some sort of psychedelic plant thing, whatever is it, and those are considered high points, though that's where it's at, because that's where apparently there wasn't anyone for whatever. But there also can just be that all of those things are just kind of very extreme states and apparent moments where there can be something that just isn't there anymore, but that they're no more or less important than anything else. And that's what me totally cannot be the case. It can't be the case that having a cup of coffee in the kitchen or whatever is the same as or that it is in loveness in and so is that peak experience or whatever. That's not allowed for me. It's all about chasing those big highs.
This is really exposing. I feel naked.
This is nakedness. This is nakedness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I keep coming here. There's this longing to not hear bullshit, and my own bullshit in a way.
Well,
this in loveless. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go. What were you saying?
Yeah, the in loveless happened, and it's very innocent and childlike, as
Yeah.
you said. And I love the high. I was almost happy when she said no to me, because I could keep loving her from a distance and keeping the high.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that possessive energy is there, or
Yeah.
that makes it a thing, and as you said, puts it on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it's also that's the unrequited aspect is the thing that keeps on. It's the story that keeps on giving. It's what Hollywood is made on, is the unrequited thing, because it's not quite. And so that means that you need to keep seeking. If you keep seeking, you might find it. It's always just out of the reach of the seeker's grasp. That love, always that love, that romantic love, is always a tragedy, naturally, because it can never be found. That's so wonderful. That's it. There's a wonderfulness about that, but of course, for me, that's almost that is sacrilege, saying that, because there is, even if people don't believe in God, they believe in love. So that's the thing. This is beyond belief. All there is love. There's just this. It doesn't need to be found. It's already everything. And that doesn't mean that there isn't that extreme connection and bond and whatever is described as love. That doesn't mean that is not there. There isn't a movement towards people and away from people, or whatever it is that goes on, and there can be a very powerful connection, or whatever, but it's all love. And missing is also love, Yeah,
it's so beautiful. It's like being a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a remembering. This is kind of a re-remembering of that. Yeah, of that, exactly that.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So Ordan has sent message here. Can you talk about what's next, e.g. the next moment, tomorrow, next week? Is it a tension in the body that has not been felt, and when fully felt it will dissolve? So, well, there's nothing next. There is nothing next. There's no possibility of a next. There's just what is. But whenever there is an apparent drive for the next thing, next moment, tomorrow, these kind of things, then essentially a lot of the time there's a me that wants something next. This is what is not enough. It's what's going to happen, what will happen, and that is a kind of tension. Yeah, it's a kind of anxiety, about what might be, and that there's a there is apparent tension in that. Yes. The dissolution of that is really the dissolution of me, the end of time. Hi, Johan.
Hi, David.
Hi. Hi.
In a way, you might say that all there is falling in love. But do you consider it a possibility to fall in love without a me?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I would just, falling in love. It's all there is love. There's no falling into it. It's already what is.
In the sense, free falling. This is free
Yeah,
fall.
yeah. This is free fall. Yeah, sure.
In that way.
A free fall of love, if you like. Yeah.
Of love. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. But in the regular sense.
Well, in the regular sense, this is what we were saying. You know, is this? You know, it's very often this. Love is love in that romantic sense is seen as a sort of goal to be reached, which is always beyond the grasp. It can't be grasped. That's the wonder of it, you know, that love, and that love, just love, cannot be grasped, cannot be found. It's already what is.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Well, no.
Or you won't.
Nobody, nothing's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. We're just talking, just smiling, just laughing.
Sorry, Anna, did you want to say something?
I didn't know that you could hear me.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Well, you said nothing's happening, and I just made the comment, well, there's laughing, as you were laughing, there's talking.
Well, that's what's appearing, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still nothing happening.
It's nothing happening,
Yeah.
it's just appearing.
Well, yeah, that happening is something going on in time, and there's no time. There's just this.
It's appearing.
Apparently, yeah.
Which is different to happening.
Well, no, it's the same, but it's only apparently happening, or only apparently appearing. There isn't a happening because there's no time. That's just what is.
Okay. It just. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, David.
Hi, Petra.
Hi. Yeah, hi. I found myself wondering where I belong to, which is Yeah.
Well, there's no,
Mhm.
there's,
It,
yeah, there's
I
no,
don't belong anywhere.
no,
Just want to belong it. But
right.
nevertheless, yeah.
But there can be a sort of a sense of
Feeling lost or
yeah, and me very often goes, there's very often a sense of isolation or aloneness in a way, in that way.
Yeah.
That can go on because there is a sense of separation. There's a sense of separation, but that when when there isn't anyone, that sense of separation is no more. So there is no loneliness when there isn't that sense of separation. There can still be, however, a draw towards people and a feeling that a want to go towards people. That's just the natural function of the body. It's got nothing to do with there being loneliness. That's very much associated with me and a sense of separation.
It's just the body likes company.
Yeah, the body, but these bodies in general, not always, but in general, these bodies tend to be social, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Hi, Jackie.
Yeah, just a random question. The whole business of psychosomatic illness.
Mm.
Yeah, just wondered, do you have any?
Well, yeah, it's
around that.
Me has a huge role to play in apparent illnesses that go on, of course, because there is that sense of tension in the body, creates a lot of side effects, you could say. So yeah.
So does it follow then, when the me's not there, that the body naturally becomes healthier?
Well, there's less tension in the body, and in a way that means that energy can apparently move more easily. However, if there's been some sort of damage or tension in that body for however long, that there can be damage to that body, or whatever that's gone on. It doesn't suddenly mean that there's but the engine, if you like, of creating more tension wouldn't go on. But there can be there can be the end of a terminal illness, and there be absolutely no one.
Yeah, and when the me's still at play, is there still? This is getting the realm of kind of cause and effect, so
it is
maybe not, but yes, but like, is there still influence to be? Is there still a connection between thought and physical, what appears in the body?
I don't quite understand that one. Sorry. So can you?
So when there's still the tension and the illusion of a me, is it still possible for the me energy to influence the physical manifestation in a positive way?
There's no. I mean that's absolutely not. No, there's no.
Yeah.
There's no. Me is just me. Doesn't have any control whatsoever. it's just an apparent contraction that's going on in the body.
Okay, let me try and rephrase. Like, so if thoughts arise,
Yeah, well, they can.
right, yeah, like would a more positive, okay, you know, would a more,
Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, sorry.
okay, I'm not going to get extraction at all.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is a very leading question, if you like. Me is
Yeah.
trying to kind of go, you know, can I, you know, get this to go my way, kind of thing, you know?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
No,
Push me
you
hard,
can't.
I suppose,
the
yeah, I
answer.
suppose it's kind of like, you know, like my health's not great, and there's the hope that as I get happier,
Yeah, I mean, I
thoughts
think, but this is what we were talking about before. This is quite a progressive path you know, of getting to an ultimate, you know, healthy, enlightened, happy body, happy Buddha kind of thing, you know.
happy bugger.
This is got absolutely nothing to do with that. This is just what is, which can be pain. This can be pain. This can be, you know, this can be cancer. This can be all there is. Well, this is all there is. So it's not anything particular, and of course it's got nothing to do with me and its objectives.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, you know, because my brother's dying of cancer right now. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, if only, you know, he could imagine himself well, or if only, you know, there's that just wanting hope, I think.
Yeah. A lot of the time, interestingly, in those sort of situations, well, I mean, this is not any sort of prescription or anything at all, but it's very interesting to me, you know, when they have animals that come into those places where there are people with severe illnesses, you know, just animals just coming in, and dogs and stuff like that, and just suddenly there's an energy there that has no idea of any kind of illness, any kind of strategy or anything at all. And when you see, you know, patients just stroking the dogs or cats or horse, sometimes they bring a horse in, you know, and you see the connection going on there. That's a relaxation going on there, and inevitably, of course, when there is relaxation, the body miraculously just does whatever it does a lot better. So it's just interesting, that kind of thing going on. It's when there isn't a drive to get anywhere or to go somewhere, suddenly the natural function of the instinctive body just it goes towards its own healing.
Lovely, thank
best
you.
that it can, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure. So the perfect lover is found at the end of the seeking for the perfect lover. All there is the perfect love. All there is what is. There's never been a departure from that. There's never been a movement away from that or to it. There's just always been just what is. All there is immediacy. Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you next time. Take care.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, David. Olaf.
Take care.
Thanks, David.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.